Hi Jaafar, welcome to Khaleej Times. It's a pleasure to have you with us here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So just to start off with, your single Got Me Singing has raked up a record number of views online on social media. So how does it feel?
It feels really good because a lot of work was put into it. So just to see the reaction from people has made me very happy. Yes.
The video was shot in Brazil, right?
Yes, in Brazil.
And I mean, why did you choose to shoot in Brazil?
So the reason why we chose to shoot in Brazil was because the song, the production of the drums, it's baile funk, which originates from Brazil. So we wanted to be true to the sound, and the only way to do that is to go shoot the video in where the sound comes from, in Brazil. So that was just an incredible experience for me.
And why the rooftop?
The rooftop, that was actually shot on the last day.
Okay.
Because we shot 2 days. The last day we're like, let's try something different, and we put the water on there.
Yes. So it wasn't raining, right?
So it wasn't raining. We added water there, and that happened to be the best day of shooting, and that was the.
I was really amazed by that particular shot because a lot of your dancing is done in water, so to say. So what happened to your shoes? I mean, I don't know. I was just curious about that.
My shoes were soaked. My socks were soaked. My pants on the bottom were soaked.
So that must have been a very hard, dance move for all of you guys to do out there.
Yeah, it was fun though because it was very hot and humid. So the water actually felt a little nice.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have this new album coming up, right?
Yes.
Famous?
It's called Famous, yes.
You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so I've been working on this album since last January, actually. I collaborated with a friend, Hardy Indigo, on this album. We created this whole album together, just sharing ideas. This is my first project. There's 11 songs on the album, and Got Me Singing was the first record that I released. I chose that because I just felt like that was a good introduction. It's a world song, it's light, it's fun, you can dance to it. And I look forward to sharing the rest of the songs to tell stories that I have. So I'm excited.
So when is it going to be out?
So right now we're in the process of just planning the marketing, the promotion, but I'm aiming for May, early June.
I saw a video of a Christmas video with your dad and your brother. I mean, it's amazing. How did that all come about? I mean, what happened?
Yeah, so that was actually my first time on stage performing, and it happened to be with my father, which was just an incredible experience and nerve-wracking at the same time, because he always just, before going on stage, he's just saying, don't mess up, make sure you're on point and practice. So just being on stage with him was honestly one of the best moments in my life. Just to share that was incredible.
And you had your brother along.
Yeah, him.
Is your brother involved in any of your music?
Yeah, so he actually does production and producing, and he's still learning. So our plan is to start working together, him producing songs for me.
You were into sports when you were younger. You wanted to become a golfer, you said.
Yes.
So why did you just give it up and move into music?
Yeah, so at the age of 3 or 4, I started playing golf.
Oh, wow.
And I played every day. I would do tournaments. I had 2 golf coaches. And then at the age of 12, 13, my father gave me a Jackson 5 song called Touch to practice. And he wanted me to sing it in front of him with my little brother. And so I did that, and he said, I see potential. I would like to take you to the studio and teach you some things that I was taught as a kid, and just make me comfortable in the studio, because I was very shy growing up. So once that started happening, I just fell in love with the creative process of music and just seeing and hearing different sounds. So I just put golf aside and put all my focus on music because it was just more entertaining to me.
So your dad trained you singing and
yeah, no, he's honestly been there for me since the beginning, just teaching me a lot about the industry, what to do, what not to do, and just what people to stay away from, because there's a lot of things that go into it other than just performing. There's the business part as well. So I was taught by him.
Jaafar, you're Jermaine's son, you're Michael's nephew. Talk to us about the pressures of being a Jackson, and then you enter the same field. It's like everybody's going to compare you all the time. How would you cope with that? Because it's not going to be a fair comparison at all, and you know that.
Exactly. So growing up, when I started getting into music, that's I got into music at 13, and now I'm 23, and I'm just now releasing my music. And the reason is because I've been just really collaborating with different people, trying to be confident and comfortable with the sound I'm creating, because it doesn't happen overnight. You have to just work at it and keep getting better, so that's what I want to do. I didn't want to rush it. And with comparisons, since the family I come from, I'm kind of used to it. I don't really think of it as pressure, because I just do it with what I love to do, and I do it with passion. And obviously I just do it the best I can. So my dad always has taught me to put your heart into it, your soul, and work as hard as you can. And people will be able to see that, to see if it's genuine, and to see if you're talented, and to share those things with people. But obviously going into meetings and to meet with record people, they compare. But that's something that I'll always get until I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It's just something that you have to live with.
So Jaafar, you are 23, and Michael Jackson's legacy is something which a lot of people identify with. But as someone from the family, how do you see his legacy? What is the way you kind of see him as a nephew, as someone from very close, up close?
Well, apart from his music, I just see him as a great human being, and just the work he did for the world and the less fortunate, the humanitarian, and just seeing that was definitely a role model. And just his work ethic and all the focus he put into mastering his craft really inspired me and helped me with the stuff I do daily and just how I treat people. And that's something my father has taught me as well. Just always treat people with kindness, be humble, be grateful, and always give back.
And obviously there have been a lot of comparisons with your voice with Michael Jackson. They say you are the closest to Michael Jackson. So how much of Michael Jackson, your uncle, have you studied or followed his records?
And so with the voice, I always say my entire family, we have a very similar speaking voice, and the tone, and when we sing, it's very similar. But once you really hear it from apart, you can tell the differences. But our tones, it's just strong genes. I always try and explain. There's nothing I can do. I was just born with the way I sing. There's nothing I can change, because I've had people try and say, like, you should try and sing different, but it's impossible. I wouldn't be myself. So, but growing up, of course, I listened to my Uncle Michael, the Jackson 5, my father, just around all their music, and see his shows on television and try and dance to his moves, and as a kid, so I was inspired by him since a young age.
So Jaafar, I mean, as a young singer starting out in the industry, and with obviously, just like we spoke about, the huge pressure of being compared and all, how do you keep yourself kind of away from all this distraction and the pressure that comes along with it? Do you have, on a personal basis, something that keeps you grounded? What kind of makes you kind of focus on your individuality?
It really comes from just being in the studio and just doing what I love, just creating. That's what keeps me going every day. Because being in the studio and creating a song from scratch is one of the best feelings ever. Then listening back to it and being proud of it. So that's something I would say that really just sets me in my mode and just keeps me focused.
So how long did the whole process of coming out with your first single actually take you, in terms of months or years?
Yeah, so I got into the studio in January, and it was a lockout, so we were in the studio for 12 hours each day for 12 months. Every day, just creating nonstop, as many songs as possible, just getting different ideas from here, and there. So that process was amazing, because it's just something I've never done before. And with the first single, that was the second song we recorded out of the studio lockout, and then shooting the video took about a month to plan, and then we shot the video in 3 days.
So the whole thing would have taken you around 6 months or so, roughly?
I would say, but the process of creating the album took 3 months.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Then the rest, like promotion, marketing, that stuff took like 2 extra months as well. Yeah.
So what are some of the best memories of your uncle, Michael Jackson, that you want to share with us?
The best memories. I would say being at Neverland and just playing hide and go seek and having as much candy as we want, being on the rides, watching movies, and yeah, those memories were incredible.
Did you get a chance to sing with him ever?
Actually, no, because the time when he was alive, I wasn't into music. I was still a golfer. Yeah.
So Jaafar, I mean, I guess this is a question which is apt for somebody from coming from your background. How much of singing do you think is in your genes, or how much is it like a trained part of your life today?
Well, I would say I've definitely have gotten better just because I've trained with a vocal coach, and just being comfortable in knowing my voice and the different ranges I can reach, and just the power I can eject it out into the public. So I don't know. I don't know how to put it in a percentage basis, but I think definitely practice helps. But to really sing, I think you have to be born with a certain type of voice, because not everyone can. I wouldn't say not everyone can sing, but training definitely helped.
Okay. And Jaafar, what about social media? I mean, I'm sure that during Michael Jackson's time, of course, it wasn't as demanding as it is today. But as a young singer, how do you face up to the pressures of being seen on social media, promoting your stuff? Did you enjoy this? Or?
Social media, I honestly, if I wasn't in music, I wouldn't have social media. But in today's world, you have to market yourself and to promote what you're doing, because that's just the digital age now. But I honestly don't really care for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very refreshing coming from a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear.
I'm more of a private person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, an obvious question again, but the influence of the Jackson, especially your father, Dad, Jermaine, who's an icon on his own, must have been pretty strong on you. But outside the Jackson family, who's the one singer that you wish, you could kind of emulate his success or the way he leads his life? Is there somebody like that?
There's many artists that have inspired me, just artists that I wish I could have met, because a lot of them have passed. But like Frank Sinatra, Johnny Mathis, Stevie Wonder, Sam Cooke. These are artists that I studied their vocals and their vocal ability. I always used to sing to their songs, and I still do, because I look at it as training. Like just singing their songs helps me just learn use different parts of my voice that I never knew. So there's not one artist I would pick. It's just there's many. There's a variety, because I listen to a lot of music.
Okay.
So which is your favorite Stevie Wonder song?
Isn't She Lovely?
Would you want to sing a verse?
A little bit for your fans out here who are
Yeah, a lot
listening
of
to
people,
you.
a lot of us watching from different parts of the world.
I'm just now getting over a lost voice, and I was just in Pakistan the day before yesterday, and I was asked to sing like 20 times, but I couldn't.
Just a line.
I honestly, I wish I could, but I
think it's
can't.
protecting his voice.
I really can't, because I'm just getting over a lost voice.
Okay, yeah, okay,
I'm sorry.
fine. You need to protect the legacy, which that's it. So, Jaafar, how do you define success at this age? What would constitute a successful life for you?
I would say being able to travel the world and perform my music in different countries, interacting with fans, and honestly being healthy and happy. I think happiness and health is one of the most important things in life, and being grounded and being around your family. Yeah.
So can we look forward to your performance here soon?
So I would love that. Yes, once the album is out, then yes, of course, definitely.
And are you going to be touring with your after the album's out?
I would love to. Yes, that's the plan.
That's part of the plan.
Yes.
And will you be visiting Asia and Middle East?
That's the plan. I mean, if the chances are of the reaction of people are interested in the album, I've been listening to it, and there's fans in those areas, then I'll definitely be coming to those areas.
There are plenty of good golf courses around in Dubai.
Yes,
so if you want to, just get back to your initial passion.
I wish I was here longer. I leave tomorrow.
I know it's hardly 24 hours in Dubai, but we
know.
hope you come back again very soon.
Oh, I'll definitely. This is the most amazing city I've ever seen, honestly.
And where can we find you on social media? Where can where the audience that's watching you now, if they want to follow you on social media?
Yes, on Instagram and Twitter, it's Jaafar Jackson. That's the only really two social media platforms I use.
Okay.
Yeah.
So What message would you like to give out to all your fans who are watching you right now on this live feed?
Before you start, one of your fans says you look a lot like the young Jermaine.
Oh, really? I get that a lot.
Yeah, I think the resemblance is really...
I do get that a lot. I would like to say that I know it's been I was supposed to release the album a few months ago, but I've just been making sure everything's right, preparing everything, and I'm glad to know that they've been enjoying Got Me Singing, and I really look forward to them hearing the album. A lot of love and work was put into it, and I just hope they can relate with some of the songs and they just have a blast, really. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jaafar. Thank you for that.
And thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Jaafar.
We wish you
Nice
all the
to meet
best
you.
with your